Good morning. Welcome to Artists and Authors. It is 11:26 on this May the 13th, 2021. I'm Austin Reed. Thanks for hanging out with us at Central Valley Talk. We're live right now on YouTube TV, Facebook, and of course our home, CentralValleyTalk.com. Austin Reed with you today. We've got a great hour ahead for you of local artists and authors. We're going to start with music first. Joining us live in our Tower District studios to kick things off, give it up for Sophia Ruby. And we've got kind of a little studio audience. Yeah, now that COVID-19 is hopefully going away, things are changing. Everybody's socially distanced in the studio. But hey, Sophia, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is my first time interviewing you. I know you've been on the show back in July, right?
Yes.
That's when it was your birthday.
Yes, yes.
So, welcome back. First off, tell everybody a little bit about your story and your music.
Oh, well, I was born in D.C., but I was raised around California. I entered into the foster system at 3 months old, and so I did a lot of moving around. I lived in Colorado. I aged out of the system here in Fresno. I graduated from Edison High School. And then all throughout those years, I'd kind of like always been drawn to music in church and in school. And then as an adult, I was in the studio with friends and stuff. But it wasn't until just a couple of years ago that I started getting really serious. I actually got sober 3 years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing. That 3 years, that's incredible.
Yeah, and since then, life has just changed, and it's just more about doing things that make me happy and things that I've always wanted to do. I go to school full time. I host my own podcast. I do some modeling, and then also I'm a full-time parent, so I have my kids. I'm a single mom, and I try to do local shows and make sure that my kids are involved in everything that I do. So
Isn't it interesting how once you get sober, everything changes?
it really does. It really does. They say that it's going to change,
right,
but you don't, until you're actually living it, you don't really know that it really changes everything in your life.
Well, it's one of the hardest things to do, so I commend you for that. That
Thank
is
you.
freaking awesome. So now, talk a little bit about your podcast. You're the host of Hip Hop Scene, right?
Yes. So I've been hosting Hip Hop Scene for about 2.5, 3 years, maybe a little longer. I came on as a guest. The original host was Rod, CEO Hot Rod Johnson.
I remember him. Yeah, he was on Central Valley Talk before.
Yeah, and so he had been doing the show. He'd done it throughout the years, and then he wanted a co-host, and he liked my energy, so he asked me to come back the next week after my interview. And then I did, and we hosted it together for a while, and that was great. And then he had some health issues, so then I ended up taking over the show full-time as the main host, and I've been doing that. I do all the booking, I do all the promo, I do everything pretty much besides the hard part, which is KP. We're down at Mad Talk TV shows, so KP One Studios and KP the Mad Loush, and he does all the production of it, and he's amazing. And then I have my new co-host, which is Duquesne CBD, and he's great. And so we're just trying to take it to another level and just provide a platform for artists to be able to come and be seen, because it's so hard when you're independent. Mm-hmm. And so that's why it's called Hip Hop Scene, because we're about getting people seen.
Exactly, not hip hop unseen.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about what it's been like during COVID as a musician.
Well, for me personally, I just didn't let it stop me. I actually put out my album in the mid of the pandemic. I had an album release party and everything, and I had a lot of people kind of, look at it like maybe it was not the right idea, but I made sure everybody was socially distanced. We had a big outdoor event.
Cool.
We had masks, and we had sanitizer, and, I literally had my album cover on the sanitizer bottles throughout the event. And
That's a good idea, a good marketing campaign.
Yeah, and I mean, it turned out really great. The event was good, and actually COVID allowed me to finish my album because I was so busy before that with my kids running to this school to that school, and then I was going to school full time. And so when it shut down, it gave me time to be able to go to the studio. You know, I could do my homework and my schoolwork right there in the studio because everything was remote at the time. And actually, my producer was able to help me with my homework now. And so it was like, it was great for me. The COVID, I mean, aside from sickness and death and, you know, tragedy and stuff, for me personally in my life, it provided a break, you know? And so, and that was, for my music, was a great thing because then I was able to put it out, and I've been pushing my album ever since, and then streaming it. I have hard copies on sale. It's in 4 record stores here locally, you know, in the Tower District and throughout. So I'm just, it's been pretty great for me. And
well, I think you know, for a lot of people, yes, there was destruction, there was death. We know that, but it did give. There were some good things from it. And I think if we can look at those small positives, we're just going to come back stronger than ever.
Absolutely. Know? And so now I have a product, you know, that now that it's open, I can go and do. I just did a show in Vegas. And this past weekend, and then I have another show at Sequoia Brewing Company on the 27th, and I have my album. I just shot that in LA. That's my new visual coming out to vibe to this. Wow. And so it gave me a product to be able to, when things opened up, push. You know what I mean? And so I appreciate the break. I appreciated it, you know.
That's a beautiful. I love that too. The
artwork. Vibe to this.
Yeah.
That's my cover photo for that. I shot the visual a couple weeks ago in LA. Trillist Entertainment shot that, Jesse Sedano, and it's gonna be great. There's just a lot in that video, like literally a lot, like just a lot of different stuff. It's really crazy.
Okay, so when the video comes out, you're going to have to come back on.
Absolutely.
And then if we would love to play it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna love it because there's a lot in that video.
I'm excited. Talk a little bit about your modeling. How's that going?
So it's going great, actually. So I think it was just something that I always wanted to do too. As a kid growing up, I want to be a model. I want to be a star. I want to be a singer. I want to do it.
Yeah.
And one day I just woke up.
You're an entertainer.
Yeah. And I just woke up and I was like, I want to be I told my daughter, I'm going to be a model. I'm going to be a model. And I don't think that a lot of people took me serious at the time. And then immediately, as soon as I said it, a photographer hit me up and asked me if I was willing to shoot with them because they were trying to build their portfolio. It was almost like I spoke it out and it came right back to me. And then after that, shooting with the first photographer allowed me to connect to the next photographer, and then they see me, and I just started networking, and I got my first paid model gig was I want to say it was in 2019. It was 2 years ago.
Okay.
But it was for the 2020 calendar for Roots Garden and Pet. Oh. And that was my first paid. I was Miss July for their calendar. Wow. And after that, being able to put a paid modeling gig on my resume opened up the door for more modeling gigs, you know. And so
you do one thing, you do it well.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm able to charge for video shoots. I charge for calendars, posters, anything. And then also it frees up some more income for my kids because people send me clothes to wear that they want me to shoot in and stuff like that.
So you're also an influencer.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I try to use that platform to the best of my ability to speak life, you know, and inspire people.
Okay, coming up next, Sophia is going to perform for us, which we're really excited about because here at Central Valley Talk, we haven't had a live performance on the air in a long time. I think you're going to be the first in over a year.
Wow.
So this is exciting. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we return, Sophia will take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sophia Ruby, our first live performance here on Central Valley Talk in over a year. Take it away.
'Cause I've been thinking 'Cause I've been thinking, is this the type of love to stand the test of time? These are the type of questions busy running through my mind. When the smoke clears, will you still be here with me? Is this for the moment or is this a forever thing? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever lately, and you've been looking like forever, baby. Is it you? Are you the one for me? Has it always been? Will it always be? Are you my destiny? Is it you? Are you the one for me? Has it always been? Will it always be? Are you my destiny? Where do we go from here? I mean, is there possibility? I mean, is it possible in this impossible world it's plausible that you were made for only me? If it's us, well, I think my heart's always known that. And if it's not, well, I don't think that I can go back. 'Cause I've been thinking about forever lately, and you've been looking like forever, baby. Is it you? Are you the one for me? Has it always been? Will it always be? Are you my destiny? Is it you? Are you the one for me? Has it always been? Will it always be? Are you my destiny? Riding shotgun with my shotgun, feelings on busted. He said that he want me, but I really don't trust it. The way he do my body get me high, and I love it. All them niggas wish they could look, but they can't touch it. It make me put my pride up, body on fire. Give me what I want in my every desire. Wanna put a ring on it, Jill Scott sing on it. Castle with a throne so I can put my king on it. Thinking about forever lately, and you've been looking like forever, baby. Hey, I'm Sophia Ruby, y'all.
Sophia Ruby, fantastic. That was fun. That was so fun. You sound great, by the way.
Thank you.
You really do.
Thank
And
you.
it's a good beat, and you're like an R&B queen.
Oh, thank
R&B
you.
queen of Fresno. That's
Thank
what I'm calling
you.
you.
Thank you. Hey. Appreciate that.
Come back
Yeah.
anytime, especially when you release the video. Okay.
Absolutely,
All
absolutely.
right.
Thank
Very
you for
good.
having me.
And you can learn more about Sophia on Instagram, Twitter.
At only Sophia Ruby.
At only Sophia Ruby. All right. I'm Austin Reed. You're watching Artists and Authors. We'll be back with another guest in just a bit. Hang tight.